So, after getting over the initial anger and frustration with what went on in Dundrum today, I talked to a few people, and the sentiment is that people are kind of losing hope. And my response to that was good. Good. Because hope in what? What are people losing hope in? And they tend to be losing hope in the fact that there's somebody else coming to fix this for us, right? So the Gardaí, they're not coming to help. Your politicians, your local councillors and that. Sorry, lads. Maybe there's a handful of good ones in there, but sure, you're up against the whole lot of it. So where do you go? You lose hope in the system. You lose hope in the lie. That's what I feel people are losing hope in, and I believe that to be a very positive thing if engaged with correctly. If a heroic relationship is developed with that misery, okay? And what do I mean by that? I mean that the illusion that Irish people ever had freedom in the last 100 years or so, that's fallen by the wayside. The illusion that this odd form of governance that we took in and accepted in Ireland, that is anti-Irish. Centralised government is totally anti-Irish. That's deteriorating. The belief that you can maintain an educational system that is oriented around plateauing kids' imaginations and children's desire and inquisitiveness, to the desire to know more and their inquisitiveness towards nature and the world around them. That you can constantly hijack children's minds with that rubbish educational system and also hope to have a working democracy. Look, the light is shining in, lads. The sun is coming, right? That you can create generations of dumb people who are incapable of thinking logically, okay? And after 13 years of education, they're done with it. They don't want to see another book. They don't want to see another classroom. The idea of being interested in things, off-putting to people. So the illusion that you can create an educational system in a society that it has as its form of governance a democracy, where each decision, in theory at least, is made by the aggregate or the average of what people want to happen or what people hold to be a solution to anything. That's falling apart. And good. Because when all hope is lost, what are you left with? You're left with yourself. And the beautiful thing about the situation that we're in is that perhaps more than in any other time, particularly for Irish people, and especially in the last 100 years, more than any other generation in that time frame, we are given the opportunity to reveal ourselves to ourselves. We get to uncover what it is that our nature is made of. Who are you when things get difficult? Do you become self-serving? Do you become indifferent to other people? Do you become sneaky? Do you become a traitor, a turncoat, like a sneak, right? Do you become that? Or do you become bold? Do you become strong? Do you become defiant? Do you become cemented in the worldview and the values that you hold dear? What happens when you uncover that about yourself? Because it's coming. Just as the sun is coming there, the light is coming. Okay? All lies about yourself and all lies about the society that we believed we lived in. It's falling apart. It's crumbling. And it can be a shock to people. It can unsettle people. It can unnerve people. And it can fill people with anxiety and fears. Great. Let's see what you have. So, when all is said and done, and you've nothing to fall back on, only yourself and the handful of good people you might have managed to gather in your life, or maybe none at all, who will you become? What is in your nature? What are you made of? When all hope is lost and you only have yourself to back yourself, are you any good to yourself? And I think that's a really, really positive thing. It's unfortunate that I think we're going to have to walk through some serious fires to get there. But it's only through misery, it's only through challenge and strife that we learn anything of value about ourselves. And I welcome that. Because all other avenues have been exhausted, okay? So, as bad and all as this might get, I'm not sure there's any avoiding it. So all we can do when we've given up hope that others will come to save us is walk quietly into your own death, or become that kind of person that you want to come and save you, right? Become the hero. Take over your own story. Become the central pillar in your own life for once. Great.